I'm Bruce Halford. I'm a freelance producer, writer, and director for fact-based television programs here in Los Angeles. I started out as a broadcast journalist. I was an on-air reporter and anchor person for a number of years. Then I got into producing programs, and I've gone back and forth between journalism on the air and producing these fact-based television programs for a number of years. And now I think that the future of journalism on television and producing fact-based shows is virtually unlimited, and I wish I could be around for another 50 years to see how it turns out. People who are advertising jobs for broadcast journalists today are asking them not only to be reporters in the traditional sense, to go out, find out the facts of a story, and prepare them for broadcast, but they're also having, in some cases, to shoot the video, also to edit the video, and then to transmit it back to the station. It's absolutely imperative today that anybody who wants to be in broadcast journalism know how to do all of these things, because you will be called on to do them at some point. It's important to emphasize any of those kinds of activities that you participated in school that reflect a reporting or journalism kind of effort. Most people in broadcasting figure that they can teach someone the skills of being on camera, being able to do voiceovers, those kinds of things. But what really matters long term is not whether you are able to speak so well, but whether you know what to say. If you can point to those kinds of things and they reflect the kind of reliability and solid groundwork behind them, then I think you have a much better case to make for yourself. It's not absolutely essential that you take journalism courses in school. It can be learned by, let's say, working at the university or college radio station. It can be learned by working on the university or college newspaper, or these days by writing for a website or writing a blog. I mean, there are lots of different ways these days that one can get that kind of experience. It doesn't necessarily have to come from journalism courses. However, in journalism courses, you will learn important points about how to assess the relative value of different kinds of things you learn while you're out gathering information. You know, what is a lead? How do you know when you've got a set of facts that's reliable enough to put them on the air? For most of us, it really is a matter of working ridiculously hard, long hours, willing to do anything and everything that's required to be done. Nights, weekends, holidays, it doesn't matter. That's the sort of world that, especially broadcast journalism, requires you to live in. The best way is to try to develop a story that nobody else has, or to take a story that's been worked on by other organizations, or maybe by someone else in your own organization, but has been let go, and figuring out some new angle on it, something that nobody's really thought about before. Then researching it till you're almost sick of it, and making sure that you have a new set of facts or a new angle or something that makes it so compelling that it just can't be kept off the air. When you're a manager in a large newsroom, as I was in 2 different newsrooms with probably 100, 120 employees, you're managing, it is like a 3-ring circus because there are obviously some outsized egos involved. There are people who just want to come to work and do their jobs, and somehow you have to create an environment in which all of these people can do their best work, regardless of what's going on in their personal lives or you know, disappointments they've had or infighting that's going on among people on the staff. I think as a manager, I learned that one of the most important things was not to overreact to every single thing that happened, because every day something could happen that would, you know, if you decided to blow up about it, you could. When the staff sees that, they see weakness, they see lack of maturity in a manager, and they start wondering, well, if he can't, you know, be in charge of his own emotions or feelings, then how is he able to run this organization?